Hi, good day to everyone. What you're going to see on the screen right now is known as WinTOTO Advance. This software itself basically allows you to have a very useful and important information regarding total numbers that are drawn in Singapore. But of course we are talking about other countries as well. But for today, we only focus our talk is more on Singapore data. Now before we go ahead and anything is that just to making sure that we are talking about the right thing and the right type of versions that we're in. So I think it's best that we do some checks before we go about. Now the first thing that you need to do is click on the help file. Okay. Now as you can see here about WinTOTO Advance, this one tells you what versions you're in right now. But of course if you are currently not in the same version, there are chances that you may not see something that I'm having. But even if you do not have any software right now, I would still encourage you to continue to watch this video because I have something very important to share with you, and I'm very sure it's going to be of great benefit to you. Okay, good. Now let's close this. Today we shall talk about important information about total numbers in Singapore. Now before we go about, we need to know one more thing, is this thing called open a database. Right? When you click on here, today we are talking about Singapore data. Okay, although we got Australia, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, United Kingdom, and United States, but for today, okay, we shall talk about Singapore data, and we are talking about in the month of June, right? June 2009, right? And then we will click on this thing called Singapore 6/45 jackpot, right? Making sure that you are on this data, right? Singapore 6/45 jackpot, and click OK. Let's run. Go. Now, after you got this thing done, I'd like you to pay very close attention. I can assure you that this information will definitely be of great help to you. Alright, we're going to click on this funnel. Alright, it's known as the summary statistics. Right, are you ready? One more time. Okay, on this funnel, we shall click on this button now. Go. There you go. Okay, now, what you're going to see right now, okay, it actually starts from 19 July the 3rd, 1997 till current date, okay, which is the 1st of June, right, 2009. As you can see on my left, okay, these are all the numbers, total numbers that we have. In total, they are altogether 45 numbers, starting from 17 and all the way until the last number, which is 29. Now, in most cases, you get to see a lot of things, like for example, you know which is the most frequent numbers. I think all these data are easily available, but I think today I'm not going to focus on this data here on frequency, but I want to focus on something of very paramount important to all of us, because we are talking about the month of June. Definitely want to WinTOTO, we need all this information, right? Now let's look into this thing called the season. Okay, season. Okay, what I mean by season, all I need to do now, I want to know which is the one that frequently appear in the month of June. Which number? Okay, I'm going to click on June. Okay, now as you can see, the triangle pointing up is referring from the lowest down. So we are talking about from the highest in the month of June. Okay, the most frequent number that keep appearing in the month of June is number 30 and number 34. Right? How do we know? 30 and 34. Okay. This 24 means number 30, ball number 30 appear 24 times in the month of June, and the ball 34 appear 24 times in the month of June. Now let's click on this one. How to know? Okay, once we click here, we click on another important information called the year-month table. This is a very important table for you to determine whether that number worth you looking at it for the month of June. Right? Yeah, you go. As you can see here, okay, starting from January all the way to December, ball number 30, alright, you can see that throughout the accounts here, you can see that this number came 24 times. That means you add up 2 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1, all these numbers here, alright, you come to exactly 24 count, right? And it just recently appeared. And the good thing is that it keeps appearing months after months. Now what about the next number that we're talking about, number 34? Now, 34, same thing, it has a total count of 24 as well. Okay, as you can see over this number, right, it has appeared in the year 205, June, 206, June, 207, June, 208, June. So, in overall, for those people who pick total number to play, certainly, in their combinations of numbers that you're going to choose for the month of June. Alright, for the whole month of June, remember to include numbers like 30 or 34 in your combinations. Alright, now let's talk about number 41. Okay, 41, though it's not the highest 22, as you can see, since 1998, without fail, in the month of June, it keeps appearing. Can you see that? Okay, now let's talk about number 10. Wow, I can only say this number is definitely a number that you should not miss. Okay, remember, if you have not got any paper and pencil, my advice to you now, I'll give you a quick short break, say about 30 seconds. Is that enough for you? Are you ready with a paper? With a pen? Remember to note down ball number 10 is a very important number, predictory and a triple star there if you could. And not forgetting ball number 41, equally important, 34 and 30. But among these four, I would say that you should give more weighting on this ball number 10. This case, certainly a very good number that you must be in your combinations when you buy total numbers for the month of June. Okay, good. Now, what I've shown you earlier on is a data called the season. Right? Of course, if you have the software, you do remember it's on this portion here called the season month, which is in purple color. Okay, and remember you got to sort by the highest. So if your triangle pointing up is talking about the lowest down, we are looking at the one from the highest down. Okay, so the best way to choose is always choose, for example, numbers like this. Okay, you click on the year month table, and you can see, importantly, from 1998 without fail in the month of June, and all the way 99 June, 2000 June, and almost every month. Okay, every year in the month of June it keep appearing. And the interesting thing is that it has been appearing since February, March, April, May, and a very good chance for it to appear in this month, the month of June. So ball number 10 is very important. Now if you have got a ball in mind, a single number in mind, the next thing is to look for the next best match. But of course I will not be able to cover today because I would prefer that we learn more details as we go along, rather than rush everything into one go. And over here, once again, I'd like to thank you for your time, for watching this video. I think importantly, I really sincerely hope that you benefit from it, and do remember to take note of what I've just mentioned earlier on. Importantly, do remember to give yourself, okay, a chance to win, because you need all this information to win. I think the differences between the one who keep winning and the one who did not, besides luck, I think the other thing is called hard work, which you need the data. Okay, the data will bring you far and will bring you a lot more faster for you to achieve your dream of winning a jackpot group 1. Yes, jackpot group 1. Okay, have a good day, and most important thing, enjoy your Toto game. Goodbye.